I always suggest this, if you're wanting to go ambassador, let's talk to the presidentials or the triples that want to go presidential. What I always suggest that you do is you go to those people that are working and they're looking close to those promotions that you need, like in presidential, there's triples and the doubles and the diamond, and you ask them, say, I'm going ambassador, and I want to find out if you are going with me. And then you ask them, if they say yes, then you ask them, let's say it's somebody that you need to be a double. Who's your diamond? Who's your emerald? Because a lot of times they don't know the answer to that. And that can tell you if that's the person. Well, my diamond is this potential, my diamond, my emerald is this. And then you ask that diamond, who is your emerald, who is your ruby? See, that's what I would do. I would get them to name them. I would group them in a Facebook group, and that's who I would be running with to get that next promotion. And if along the way, if they're not performing, they're out, and somebody new comes in. And you know how to promote. You know what it took to promote. Some of you, you had a team that you first brought in, like Amy did, that had 2, 3 runners right away that wanted it as badly as she did. Some of you worked very hard and are still working very hard to find who those are. So what would you suggest?
I'd say 2 things. One, go back to Tiffany and Cody. We all have to agree on this one thing. It's a lot easier to inspire your team than carry 2 on your back. Yeah. Right? It's so much easier. You may want it for them, but you cannot carry 2. You may be able to carry 1, but it's still not easy. Then you're probably lacking in your own business. So what you've got to do is accept that and go, I need to inspire people. And what I love is accountability. I mean, it's like, anybody have a traditional business before it works, like traditional outside of the work, right? You have to take inventory of your stuff. Whether you're a salon owner, or you own a gas station, or you own a business, you have to take inventory. What's on my shelves? What do I have to sell? What do I have to work with? Same thing goes with your team. If you're looking at page 5 and 6, this is the easiest way to take inventory. Use the pregame sheet. What Pam talked about is exactly what you got to do. You got to identify people. And then she said, hey, if they're not working, they may go off the list, and it's not personal. It's not, it's business. If you say, hey, I hear you want to be the ruby to help so-and-so go diamond. Well, if they're like, yeah, I'm ready. And then all of a sudden they go on vacation the next week, kind of a clue, right? You're not mad at them. Go on vacation. Enjoy your time. This isn't the month for you to be on my top 10 list. And you got to use that sometimes. I'm going to have to scratch you off my list.
You out.
People go, nobody wants to get scratched off any list. I don't want to get scratched off a list. Right? Don't scratch me. I'll cancel the vacation. I mean, you'd be amazed what people will do if you'll just let them know you have a list. Right? I have a list. I have a top 10. I'm working with people. I'm going for the promotion. And then invest your time in them. If they're on your list, use this sheet to find out weekly what they're doing. We do a call every Sunday. You guys have been doing it for 15 years. I've been on it the last 2 or 3. And, I think about that call. It's like clockwork. It's not even a thought not to do the call. Right? It doesn't, we don't call each other like, you know what? It's Mother's Day. Nobody's going to be on the call. Let's not do the call. No, what we do is we do a promotion leading up to the call. We put 20,000 people on the call. Right? It's not a thought to do it. You got to have that mentality of your business that maybe on Sunday or Monday each week, these top 10 that you're working with, you need to be connected with them. If they're worth enough to be on your list, they're worth enough for 15, 20, 30 minutes of your time a week. Now, this isn't talking about, the kids and what you're doing and all this stuff. Right? This is work. This is going through this sheet. And what I love, Pam, it's a weekly recap. Let's look at last week. You can learn a lot about what's going to happen this week by looking at last week. Right? If we came out with something this Sunday, say, that was awesome, some huge promotion, and you didn't take advantage of the free shipping and the double loyal customer, the odds of you going crazy this next week, probably not much. But if you took advantage of double loyal customers, you were sponsoring, you were putting it out there, your team was going wild, and then Sunday night we did something crazy, like you'd already be primed. Right? You'd already be going. It wouldn't even be an afterthought. You wouldn't have to motivate your top 10 in your team. They're hungry. Right? When you're going through this pre-game sheet, find out what they did last week. Use this every week. Print this off. Make copies. Make them fill it out. Shoot them an email back and forth. It's one time a week for your top 3, your top 5, your top 10, whatever that is, to be accountable. I love some of these, Pam. How many rap parties are scheduled for this week? Ask them that. Get them to commit to it. Their greatest accomplishment since last call. When's the last time? I mean, Tiff and I talk about this all the time. My love language is words of affirmation. Right? And that's a tough one.
I love you,
Thank you,
Mom.